Hey Sagittarius, happy Easter. My name is Cheryl Lynn. Am I right side up? Sorry. And I'm here to do your weekly reading. This one will be for April 21st through April 24th. That's actually Monday through Thursday of this week, I hope. I'll be back on Wednesday with your weekend bonus reading to get you through the weekend. We're just going to pull cards and see what comes out. Okay, this one is going to be for my Sagittariuses. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Oh, excuse me. All right. Okay, let's start with, what do we got? The Fool. All righty. Here we go. Now we're up to the Chariot. And then I've got the Eight of Swords. So this is your recent past or your backstory going in. Currently I have you with the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, and then your future, we are looking at the Six of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Strength card. Okay, the card at the bottom of the deck for this reading is the Empress. So, male or female, makes no difference. The undercurrent to this reading is you presenting as the Empress. So, I don't know if they are making a point of that because you need to remember that. Maybe you've forgotten you're the Empress, okay? Anyways, we'll see how it plays in. The card at the center of your read, so this is like tic-tac-toe center spot, right? From almost every direction it plays into the equation, is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is speaking about you trying to decide where you're going to invest and how much. Okay, so there's no question that you're willing to put the work in, but you do have free will and you can decide where you want to invest your time, money, whatever, your energy. So right now I think you're on the fence as far as trying to decide exactly where you want to put your effort, okay? Where you want to invest. All right, let's start this. Oh my goodness, my nose. Start this from the beginning, which in this reading is the past. Okay, what do we got here? We've got the Fool, the Chariot, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so the Chariot showed up to take you. It was time for you to move forward. But you were very much so restricted by your thoughts. I don't know, you were restricted in some way by your thoughts, it looks like. So you held yourself up. You held yourself in a stagnant situation because you were unclear on what you were thinking. It doesn't sound like a Sagittarius, but it does look like in the end you took the leap of faith, but reluctantly it feels like. It feels like you were very reluctant to take this leap of faith. You did it, but almost half-heartedly. Huh. Okay, let's keep going forward and see. We couldn't change this if we wanted to. It's already happened. And I do believe you took the leap of faith. But, you know, you didn't jump in like you're supposed to. You just kind of fell in or just kind of put your toe in first. I don't know. It feels very reluctant to take this leap of faith. You did do it, but just not wholeheartedly. That's the way we'll look at that. Okay, so there you go. So now we're in the current. I've got the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords is coming out under Eight of Swords. You're really stressed out about something. Something either doesn't feel right and your intuition has got you up in your head. You're up in your head about something. Really stressed out, which is not normally a Sagittarius trait too much either. So let's see. Six of Pentacles. So this is all about reciprocity. Either reciprocity or the lack thereof, right? Of equal give and take. It's coming out under the Fool. Seven of Pentacles is you trying to figure out what you want to invest in and how much. And then we're stressed out. So you're stressed out because you can't figure out who you want to invest in. And it's over the reciprocity. There's an imbalance when it comes to the reciprocity in a situation. I think in this situation you are on the lesser end, meaning that somebody else is taking more out of a situation than you are. And that has you feeling very uneasy and unsure if you want to continue investing in that way. But only that knowledge has you feeling like you're not sure if you want to invest. Emotionally and everything else, you're all in. That's why you're having all this stress, it feels like. Okay, there you go. Okay, so in the near future, I have Six of Swords, Six of Cups, and the Strength card. Six of Swords speaks of you wanting to go to calmer water. Okay, we also have 3 6s here, if anybody's looking at it. But Six of Cups is speaking about somebody that you have a ton of history with, a reconciliation or nostalgia. The Strength card is you having to exhibit a ton of inner strength. Okay, wait, let me take it from a different direction. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, Strength card. Okay, so you're up in your head and it's taking a lot of strength. That makes sense. Chariot to the 7 of Pentacles to the 6 of Cups. Whoever this is that you are feeling unclear on whether or not you're going to invest in, whoever's got you stressed out, this is somebody you have a ton of history already with. Okay, the Fool, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. So even though you reluctantly took this leap of faith, the reciprocity is still off, and you're trying to figure out how to fix it. You're trying to figure out how to make this okay before it falls apart. It feels like. What I got back here? 2 of Wands, 5 of Swords. Yeah, there's some kind of a... This conflict is not exterior. This conflict is inside of you. Maybe this person doesn't have very strong boundaries and makes it very easy for you to take more out of the situation than you give, but you can see that the imbalance is starting to cause a problem, and you're trying to figure out how to stop it, how to fix it before it gets too much worse or something along those lines. Which is noble of you, I suppose. I mean, that's a good thing. I'm a little confused by the reading, but hopefully it makes sense to you. Okay, I've got the Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the Star card. So you still have hope and faith. I do feel like there's been a breakdown in communication with this person, and it's self-inflicted. It's because of you. You feel guilty. You feel bad because you know this isn't right, but you don't know how to stop it. With the Knight of Pentacles, you sit around thinking about it constantly, which is also why you're in the 8 of Swords, you know, but you just, for some reason, you're terrified to make a move. I don't know what that's about. See, it sounds like something could be so easy to fix, but things are never as easy as they sound, right? Okay, let me see. Let me get the days of the week out, and we'll see if we can come back to this. Okay, Monday, I've got the Ace of Wands and the Justice card. Some kind of new idea, it feels like. Maybe a new plan on how you could fix this. I'm not sure. It's justice because of the hard work you've put into this or whatever the new plan comes in about. Tuesday, I've got the 7 of Swords that you try to act strategically. And the 9 of Wands, you're trying to avoid this person being wounded by whatever's happened. I almost feel like they don't realize that you're taking more out of it than you're giving or something. And so you're trying to figure it out before they realize it. I don't know. Wednesday, I've got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. You're trying to come in like a knight in shining armor with some kind of an offer. It's, anyways, it's insincere. Thursday, I've got the King of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Yeah, there's a sense of emotional turmoil here, emotional chaos. 5 of Cups is all about loss and regret, too. I think your best bet is to just come clean about whatever this is and try to talk it out. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but trying to hide it is probably going to do nothing but dig you further into a hole that you can't get out of, you know? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you got caught up in something and that's what the problem is, or for some of you, it almost feels like maybe you are recovering addicts and you've slipped off the wagon. That's the kind of feeling I have here. Something is very off. And in order to keep the peace, you've basically been deceptive. And now you're trying to figure out how to backtrack out of it. It's kind of the feeling I got. I'm not saying everybody's slid off the wagon, but it's something along those lines. It's something that you really can't go at it alone, and you really can't keep it covered up because the deception is going to be more hurtful than whatever you did, maybe. Anyways, that is what I have for you this week, Sagittarius. That's kind of heavier than what I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. You go have a good week. Anyways, don't let things get you down. Today's Easter. Have fun. You know, you're in control of your life, baby, so you can change the trajectory when you want to, right? Okay, there you go. Have a good one. I'll see you on Wednesday with bonus weekend readings. Okay.